In this age of frustration and strife, there is one way to truly maintain perspective and keep in touch with nature, and that's on horseback.
Wherever there's horses, wherever there's horses, I wanna be. Don't you see that I'll go everywhere?
This is Heidi, my wife. We met years ago on horseback.
See all the horses, come ride with me, with Heidi.
That little guy is our son, Diego, who is developing a love for nature too. My name is Pancho. I was born, raised and educated in Peru, South America, where surfing was my thing. But little by little, our interest in horses has grown. And how lucky can you get? We have been given the opportunity to go all over the world, wherever there is horses. Man, what a break.
Wherever there's horses, wherever there's horses, I wanna be. And don't you see that I'll go everywhere to see all the horses. Come ride with me, with Heidi, Diego, and
the Earth has been inhabited by horses in one form or another for about 60 million years. The horse family is large with many relatives. The familiar striped zebra is an African member of the horse family. They pull chariots in Roman parades. Two-headed zebras are quite rare, But we are speaking about horses. The only really wild horse that might be left in the world today is a horse that has the long and hard-to-say name of the Russian explorer, Przewalski. This horse is found in western Mongolia. Early man first used horses for food. Then he learned that horses could be tamed and made useful, at first perhaps for a handy food supply nearby. Undoubtedly, some cave children made friends with young horses and kept them for pets. Then one wonderful day, let us imagine, a boy or girl got the idea of climbing up on their pet horse's back and sat there a while. The young horse, unused to feeling legs around his sides, probably trembled with fear, might even have bucked, trying to throw its rider up. But at last it got used to the feel and weight of its kind and gentle master. Millions of children today enjoy this same wonderful thrill. All throughout history, the horse has been man's most useful companion. Just plain horseback riding is a popular sport all over the world. In city parks, on shady country roads, you see people enjoying a ride. But these young people are not just ordinary riders. They are members of a very unusual drill team. In fact, they have been invited to appear in Madison Square Garden. What makes them so unusual is that they not only ride bareback, without the support of saddles or stirrups, but they also ride without bridles on their horses. No headstalls, no bits, no reins. Yet they completely control their horses throughout the entire drill, at never less than a trot and mostly at a canter. Watching this dress rehearsal, it looks easy, but keep in mind, no saddles, no stirrups, and nothing in the horse's mouth to control them. A jump and turn back like this is difficult enough with the saddle and bridle, but this young lady has her quarter horse doing it almost to perfection. Reining a registered thoroughbred like this wouldn't be too difficult, normally, until you remember she's bareback and she hasn't any reins. The kids are preparing the jump, almost 5 feet high. Remember, bareback, no bridle. These are practice jumps in Levi's and in uniform. For all of you young people interested in drill riding, if you are not already doing these things, it sure gives you something to shoot at. Bareback with nothing on its head or in its mouth. Unfortunately, man has had to put his mark or brand of his livestock so he could identify them and discourage rustling. Frank Bogart, who was mayor of Palm Springs, California for 12 years, has one of the best collections of early Mexican and Western cowboy gear in existence.
Unfortunately, brands were and still are a necessity. And even with the invention and manufacture of barbed wire, over 300 types, ranchers still couldn't keep the livestock in or the rustlers out. But we're speaking of horses. These brutal-looking Mexican spurs were mostly for show, rarely for practical use. The Mexican and American cowboys tried to look and act rough and tough, and the cowpoke who first clanked into a saloon or cantina with rowels like these probably terrorized half the dudes who saw him. The spur has always been controversial. These bits have been collected from all over the world. They range in design from the most gentle to the most brutal, depending upon the hand on the reins. In general, the deeper the curved part or port of the bit, the more severe.